going on, BodyBoss family? This is Rob Lewis and welcome to day 5 of the 30-day BodyBoss challenge. What we're going to do is actually a combination exercise of a chest press with an abdominal crunch, but it's actually mainly abdominal based. So I have it on setting 51. And what we're going to do is take the bar. You want to lean back to about 60 degrees or so. Take the bar and then you're going to press upward just slightly at a slight angle, and you can lift your feet up off the ground for a little bit more advanced move, just like this. So we're going back and forth, really controlled on this one. We're not really going for speed, but if you do it just right and you don't allow the small of the back to bend, you're going to feel it quite a bit in the abdominals. And the secondary movers are probably going to be triceps and chest. But I can tell you right now, I'm definitely feeling it in the abdominals and the hip flexors. So come up, do about 2 seconds coming down, 1, 2, and up, just like this. 1, 2, and up. 1, 2. Now the abdominals are partially stabilizer muscles. They're what keeps your posture upright when you're standing and sitting and so forth. So it's okay to actually do slow movements every once in a while, just like we're doing now. Let's go ahead and get 2 more. Now make sure when you're doing this that you be very careful to not allow the lower back to bend. Exercise number 2 is going to be a deadlift. This deadlift is a little peculiar though. We're going to take advantage of the BodyBoss system and the different anchor points. And what I've done, you'll notice if you see this, one of the bands looks a little bit loose while the other one doesn't. That's because they have it on 2 settings. They have one band on 153 and the other band is on 14. Now what that does is typically when you lift free weights and you're doing deadlifts, most of the injuries occur right here. That's because most of the pressure that the weight puts on your back is at that point. What we're going to do is alleviate that point and we're going to add pressure toward the top of the movement right here, which is where the weight actually typically gets easier when you're doing free weights. So it really enables us to protect the back and also works the muscles that you're not usually able to work if you're doing a deadlift. So go ahead and grab your bar, draw the stomach in nice and tight. We're going to come down with the straight small of the back. You're almost sticking your butt out backwards and you want to bend the knees just slightly. As soon as you feel a stretch in the hamstrings, that's the lowest point. You don't worry about having to touch your toes or anything like that. Okay, here we go. You notice right there it kind of lets up a little bit. Come up, squeeze the glutes, shoulders back, stomach drawn in. 1, 2, 3. Doing good. Squeeze nice and tight. Really important to keep that back straight. And feel that stretch on the hamstrings on the lower part. Really feels good to have a lot more weight toward the top, and it's way easier on the back as well. And the reason we're doing deadlifts is that since today's workout is core focused, we never want to forget about the core as a whole. Remember, you not only have the abdominals in the front, which is what most people think of, but you also have the lower back. We don't want to strengthen just the front, we want to strengthen the entire core. And that's why we're doing this. And remember that today's a recovery day, so it shouldn't be an extreme amount of weight. Although you can use this exercise with heavier bands or higher number of bands to get a really good lower back and hamstring workout if that's your focus. We're going to do a couple more. Remember, as you get fatigued, very important to pay attention to the small of the back. Oh, that feels... Okay, for the next exercise, this was actually inspired by someone who saw me at the beach working out yesterday on day 4 and mentioned that it looked like a portable Pilates reformer. So what we're going to do is a flutter kick with a slight lean back to engage a little bit more abdominals. I've got the BodyBoss lengthwise, so I'm parallel to the BodyBoss now, typically I would be facing forward. So the setting that I have the straps in is actually 44, so it goes into 4 and hooks onto 4 on the other side. Ankle straps are on. This one again you're going to want either a towel or a mat just to put your butt on. We're going to lean back just slightly, seated toward the back of the BodyBoss with the legs pretty much straight, and we're going to do the flutter kick for time. Let's do it. Keep the back nice and straight. It's a great one for the quads and the hip flexors. Let's go for time here. And relax. Alright, the next exercise is going to be a weighted abdominal crunch. I've got the setting on 154. So we're going through 1, through 5, and connecting to 4. I also have the mat on the BodyBoss so that I can lay down on it. Basically, I want the small of my back to make sure it's in contact with the BodyBoss. My butt is just below the BodyBoss. So I'm going to sit down right in front of it, and I'm going to lay back onto the mat, grab onto the handles, and you want to angle the bands upward. We're going to crunch up. You want to hold it for about 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Come down. Nice and slow. Up. 1, 2, 3, and down. And it's normal to be shaking a little bit on this. As you can see, I'm shaking a little bit. Hold it up top. 1, 2, 3. Make sure you're not holding your breath. And up. Squeeze. 3. And the objective for this workout is to give our upper body and lower body a little bit more of a rest as we continue to engage the core. And let's get 2 more. Squeeze. 2, 3. Last one. Squeeze. 1, 2, and 3. So that completes day 5 of the BodyBoss 30-day challenge. Again, the objective for today's workout was to recover, relax the muscles a little bit, not necessarily relax, but allow the upper body and the lower body to rest while we still engage the core and keep that metabolism up and the body engaged. So I hope you're joining me for these workouts. Until tomorrow for day 6, this is Rob Lewis. Remember, 0 excuses, maximum results.